Hello everyone. Question is Universal Containers wants to ensure Salesforce will only accept secure connections from their ETL tool. How should calls to a custom Apex web service be secured? Option A VPN, Option B two-way SSL, Option C profile security, Option D IP whitelisting. Correct answer is option B. Question is Universal Containers ships millions of orders per year and release code fixes to the production org mightily. Their corporate testing strategy requires that tests must be performed against production data in an isolated test environment before code can be released to production. How can universal containers achieve the requirement? Option A use Salesforce to keep data synchronized between production and full sandboxes. Option B utilize a middleware solution and batch API to do a nightly sync from production to full sandbox. Option C create Apex unit test so testing can be done against production data but rolled back before being committed. Option D request that Salesforce to schedule a full sandbox refresh on a nightly basis. Correct answer is option B. Question is Universal Containers is building an integration from their employees portal to Salesforce Chatter. They would like their employee portal to read and write to the Chatter API on behalf of the employees using the portal. What is the correct way to authenticate to the Chatter API to meet this requirement? Option A use OAuth to authorize the portal to access the Chatter API on behalf of the user. Option B use OAuth which will pass their portal credentials to the Chatter API. Option C use a Chatter API integration user which authenticates to Salesforce using OAuth. Option D use a Chatter API integration user which authenticates to Salesforce using Enterprise WSDL login function. Correct answer is option C. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. Question is Universal Containers has multiple Salesforce orgs as a result of a number of acquisitions over time. They decide to let the subsidiaries continue using their own orgs but would like to streamline their lead processing. They identified one org that would act as a gateway to receive all the leads for the group and then distribute them to subsidiary orgs based on lead type. Changes to lead status in subsidiary orgs must be reflected in the gateway org. They decide to use Salesforce to Salesforce for lead distribution. What limitation of Salesforce to Salesforce must be considered to ensure searchless two-way integration? Option A Salesforce to Salesforce has no built-in support bidirectional two-way integrations. Option B Salesforce to Salesforce has a limit on number of records shared between systems. Option C Salesforce to Salesforce does not support linking or sharing with existing records in a receiving org. Option D Salesforce to Salesforce has no built-in support for objects with parent-child relationships. Correct answer is option D. Question is what are the two considerations of Apex REST services that an integration architect should keep in mind when building custom integrations? Choose two options. Option A they cannot utilize publisher actions. Option B they require unit and functional testing. Option C, they cannot be built or maintained declaratively. Option D, they consume more API limits than SOAP or REST API. Correct answer is option A and option C. You can download the complete list of recently updated contents from the link provided in the description. If you like this content, please like and subscribe.